up. Left, right, up, down, super combo. I ain't never scared, never quitting as the motto.
Yeah, come on. Everybody come alive real quick. Battle of the strong, survival of the fit. Take your best shot, hope you don't miss. Yeah, come on.
Capcom Fighting Collection 2.
Battle of the strong, survival of the fit. Take your best shot, hope you don't miss. Yeah, come on. Everybody come alive real quick. Battle of the strong, survival of the fit. Take your best shot, hope you don't miss.
Kaboom when I step in the room. Better get up out my way because you know how I do. In my groove, and you know that I never lose. Hit a 1-2 shot with the power move. Yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do. What can I say though? Let me out the cage, I'm an animal. About to tear it up, all guts, all glory. No comparing us, it's my victory. All the way from LA to Osaka. Yeah, you best believe that I'm gonna do you proper. It's a showdown right now, better watch out. Shorty, you can, no man, it's a knockout. No matter who it is, when you match me up, you getting knocked down, ain't no stacking up. Left, right, up, down, super combo. I ain't never scared, never quitting as the motto.
Yeah, come on. Everybody come alive real quick. Battle of the strong, survival of the fit. Take your best shot, hope you don't miss. Yeah, come on.
Capcom Fighting Collection 2.
Battle of the strong, survival of the fit. Take your best shot, hope you don't miss. Yeah, come on. Everybody come alive real quick. Battle of the strong, survival of the fit. Take your best shot, hope you don't miss.
Kaboom when I step in the room. Better get up out my way because you know how I do. In my groove, and you know that I never lose. Hit a 1-2 shot with the power move. Yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do. What can I say though? Let me out the cage, I'm an animal. About to tear it up, all guts, all glory. No comparing us, it's my victory. All the way from LA to Osaka. Yeah, you best believe that I'm gonna do you proper. It's a showdown right now, better watch out. Shorty, you can, no man, it's a knockout. No matter who it is, when you match me up, you getting knocked down, ain't no stacking up. Left, right, up, down, super combo. I ain't never scared, never quitting as the motto.
Yeah, come on. Everybody come alive real quick. Battle of the strong, survival of the fit.
Okay, I'm back.
Hope you don't miss.
Here we go again with another one. Gonna be doing a tutorial on how to unlock more hidden features, how to apply cheat codes, and a couple of pro tips how to deal with certain bosses. You know, especially Geese, but as far as Shin Akuma, man, it's all on you. There's no way, you know, you can just approach that man and beat him. Bison, you can manage, but Geese, you can definitely tackle him with the same style and beat him, because he can be quite a nuisance. So I'll be doing tutorials on all that stuff. The games that I'll be touching on will be Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper and Capcom vs SNK 2000 Pro. Those are the two games that I'll be dealing with in terms of cheat codes. You know, I think last time when I came on, I did unlock two characters, Shin Akuma and Shin Bison, so we are not gonna touch on that. This one is purely unlocking, you know, fighting modes. It's primarily fighting modes from instant boss battles on Capcom vs SNK 2000 Pro and instant boss battles, or final battles rather, on Capcom. What is this game? Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper, where you know, activate instant boss battles or final battles where you tackle Shin Akuma, Shin Bison, and Ryu. So we'll also unlock that, and then we'll unlock survival mode. And what am I missing? Survival mode and dramatic mode. Also a dramatic mode. Okay, so let's go in. Cause all this stuff is like coming off the top, you know. I don't have any pen and paper, so I'm just gonna go in off the top. Gonna unlock all this stuff, It's gonna be a tutorial. You're gonna see how I do it, and hopefully everything goes well. But I'm not gonna go long like I did the other time, because the whole point the other time was, you know, to unlock these things and cut the stream. You know, somebody came in as like, we want to see a bit of gameplay, and I got sucked into it and started bloody hell and started just gaming. The next thing you know, when I cut the stream, what did I have? 9 hours. Oh my god, that's some back-breaking work. I should never go on for that long. So this one's gonna be brief. I'll do my best not to go for too long, because sometimes, like in the future, when people see such a long videos, they can be deterred, you know, to click on it. They'll be like, oh my god, it's too long. So I'll do my best to make this one brief. Not gonna go 9 hours, hell no. If it means 3 hours, 3 hours will be the max. I'm not gonna go beyond that. But I don't even think that these features are gonna take me 3 hours to articulate. So we'll touch on the English and the Japanese versions, because they're not quite the same. So you want to see how these cheat codes and hidden features apply to both versions, because I've never, like myself, tested the Japanese version so much. Previous stream, one of my Japanese friends, Naoto, he came on and he wanted to know if these cheat codes would work on the Japanese version. I didn't know, so I had to literally go in and test if these features literally work on the Japanese version, and they did, but there were kind of like little nuances, you know, in terms of how stuff was displayed based on, you know, the names would change and stuff, but the codes or the cheat codes were just as effective. So before we go into these cheat codes, this is what you need to do. You need to update your console. You need to update the firmware of your console. After updating the firmware of your console, you need to update the software of the game. Because when the game came out, it came out on the 16th of May. When the game came out, it had a patch that you also needed to use to update the game. And since then, a second patch came out. It came out I think it's a week ago. So it included more features. So it's actually 2 patches that came out for this game. The one that came out initially and another one that just came out, I think it's a week old, I think. So it unlocks more features. Even graphics are now sharper. So those are the things you need to do before you apply anything. Because last thing you want, man, is to try to apply cheat codes and all this stuff is off. So you actually need to do that. So there's another point that I wanted to make. Okay, so let's go in. There's another point that I wanted to make. I'm looking to see where I can find this setting so I can make this point. Okay, now when you come to this menu, you need to expose these settings by using the square button. Okay, and then you toggle with R1 or L1 to expose further settings. Now this is what you need to look at. Okay, so for everything to run nice and smooth, so that you don't have any issues, now you need to enable secret characters. All the secret characters have to be enabled. Now the second patch that I was talking about that recently came out, I think it's a couple of days ago or a week or so. Now that patch now includes this feature, same character select. It means you can choose 2 of the same kind or 3 of the same kind of characters. Now before I go into other, unlock cheat codes, now let's tackle this one of same characters and which games does this feature apply. Okay, so same character, select. Now these features are available from patch number 2. Okay, it's 2 patches. So I hope that one is clear. So let's demonstrate like where does this update apply specifically. Okay, I'll show that. Now I know it applies to both the Capcom versus SNKs, but I think it also applies to, but I'm not quite sure if it applies to Capcom Fighting Evolution. So let's touch on the SNKs first. Okay, let's do training mode so that we demonstrate that these patches apply to this game. Okay. I don't think they let me choose to. Seems bloody weird. Can I? Okay, I think I have to do an arcade. I think I have to do arcade. Okay, let's go arcade. A lot of this stuff is quite specific, man.
Do you like? Form up your team.
Okay. There you go. Definitely applies to Capcom vs SNK 2000 Pro, where you can choose 2 of the same kind. So you have to get that patch and make sure it's enabled. Okay, so this one is clear that the patch works on this game. So let's move on to another game.
Round 1.
Now let's also look at Capcom vs SNK 2.
Capcom versus SNK 2, Mark of the Millennium 2001.
All records are made to be broken. This is the first dream event of the
I want to make sure that this stuff is brief and concise, man. The stuff that I did last time, when I went for 9 hours, I was like, no shit. So we don't want to go that long. Okay. Shinakuma. So it also applies to Capcom vs SNK 2. So you gotta get that patch. Make sure that you are excuse me. God, drink some water.
next location is New York.
So make sure that you get that second patch so that you get to unlock 2 or 3 of the same kind. Okay, so it definitely works. Now when it comes to, what do you call it, Capcom Fighting Evolution, I'm not quite sure. I've never tested it on this one, so I guess we are about to find out. Man, this game just came out, but it seems like it has been here for a long time. It's not even a month. Okay, let's see if the code, not the code, what do they call it, the patch also applies. Let's pick 2 Shin Akumas. No, it doesn't work. So it definitely works for the 2 Capcom vs SNK games. I'm trying to pick Shin Akuma, it doesn't work. So for this game, that patch doesn't apply. You don't get 2 of the same kind. Okay? Point has been made. Okay, even on it doesn't work, but for demonstration purposes, let's just show and prove that. Oh my god, you don't get. Oh, okay. Choosing 2 fighters will only apply to dramatic mode. will only apply to dramatic mode. I have to emphasize that point. But once you get to dramatic mode, it chooses like the second character that you can use. So it doesn't apply, truth be told. So I'll demonstrate when I key in that cheat code where I'm using the dramatic, where I unlock the dramatic mode. You'll definitely see that you can only pick your main, and after you pick your main, it gives you what do you call it, your supporting character. So yeah, it doesn't apply also for Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper. It doesn't apply. So it only applies for 2 games. Okay, so you know, applies for Capcom versus SNK 2000 Pro and Capcom versus SNK 2. Okay, in case you've missed it, this is the feature that we are talking about. Same character, select, only for 2 games. Okay, now point has been made dealing with those. Now when it comes to, let's go over here, the stuff that I want to demonstrate. When it comes to applying cheat codes, okay, just make sure that your controller is on default. Just make sure it's on default, because you know, people customize their controllers and they remap stuff and they suddenly forget, and then they get a cheat code and they want to apply it and it doesn't work. Okay, so okay, when you punch in a triangle, the controller settings menu comes up, and then default is at the bottom. Just make sure that everything is on default, so that when you apply those cheat codes, stuff is nice and smooth. You'll never have any problems. Okay, because I know people want to customize stuff and go online and kick ass, and then they forget they want to come in and use cheat codes and it doesn't work. So make sure your controller is on default. Okay, now that all the stuff is out of the way in terms of updates and defaults, let's go into cheat codes themselves. Okay, this time around, no hidden characters will be dealt with. We dealt with that stuff on the previous live with Shin Akuma and Shin M Bison. So okay, let's start with the first. I'll start with the upper, and then we'll end with Capcom versus SNK 2000 Pro. Okay, let's start with the upper. Hell is it? So we'll test it on 2 versions, okay? The English and the Japanese version. So just to make sure that the cheat codes apply to both versions of the game. Okay. Let's go in. Which one am I gonna firstly start with? Okay, now these hidden features, let me explain how many of them are there so far, because I might go in like today and think that's all the codes and that's all the cheat codes, and the next thing you know, a couple of days later, I uncover some shit. Because I'm telling you, a lot of this stuff is not even like from online research. Some of the stuff is off the top, like me using imagination. I was able to uncover these, you know, codes. So when I ask you to use these cheat codes at specific points, it's because like I had discovered them, you know, at that particular point. So it's better for you to apply it that way, so that it doesn't, you know, miss. It hits all the time. Okay, so the cheat code on this one is final battles. That's number one. Final battles. So you can, on final battles, you can fight Shin Akuma, Shin M. Bison, and Ryu. So Ryu is also a final boss, you know, in this game. So you can unlock those three, get to fight them and enjoy them, and I'll show you how it's done, and then we'll also show how to unlock dramatic battle. The dramatic battle that people like so much. They like, you know, the replay value of the game once you unlock it, but it doesn't stay unlocked forever. These cheat codes are not like absolute, like once you use them you never use them again. It's not a once off. It means every time you go into a game you have to key in these cheat codes for them to work. It's unfortunate, but that's how it is. So we'll touch on dramatic battle and also survival mode. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, let's go into finals. Let's go into final battles. Okay, now I'm going off the top. I don't have any pen and paper. Okay, so it's the English version I'm going in. So go to arcade. Okay, let me take off my sweater. Oh. Okay, my sweater is definitely off. So you have to go in and select mode or select character. Okay, let's pick a Shin Akuma. And then after ism, it's when you select speed. That's when you're gonna implement the cheat code. Now the cheat code that I've implemented, when you have to select speed. Okay, I'm using a PlayStation 4 controller, so the cheat code that I've implemented was I held on. Now you have to press and hold R1, circle, square, and options. You have to press and hold. Don't just tap. Press and hold, and then it will unlock this mode. So this is Shin Bison that you'll be dealing with. Okay. Okay, that was Shin Bison. You have to press and hold. Don't forget. Press and hold. When you get to speed selection, you press and hold R1, circle, square, and options. Press and hold. It has to be simultaneous, or else the code will not work. Okay, that was Shin Bison. Okay, let's go in. Now this one, you have to go in and select M. Bison. Now this one you can select either M. Bison or Shin M. Bison. That's where you get to battle Ryu in the final battle. So it's the same. You press and hold R1, circle, square, and options button simultaneously. Then you get to unlock Ryu as your boss. Final battle. Now you simply just jump in and get to fight him. You don't have to go through any letters, okay? Okay, there's more. Now in this one you get to fight Shin Akuma. And a lot of people have been looking for this one. They'll be like, oh my god, I just want to get like Shin Akuma. I just want to jump on him. Now with this one, this is how it goes. Get this whole thing off my neck. Now with Shin Akuma, it's gonna be a bit different. Like you cannot pick any character. You cannot simply pick any character and think it will work. Even that one of Ryu, you cannot pick any character and get to fight him. When it comes to Shin and Bison, any character will do. You'll jump right in and fight Shin and Bison. But when it comes to Ryu, you specifically have to pick Shin and Bison or just a normal M Bison. You'll get to fight him. Now when it comes to Shin Akuma, it's also specific. You cannot pick any fighter and thinking that the cheat code will work. It will not work. You specifically have to pick evil Ryu, not even a normal Ryu. you have to go in, pick evil Ryu, and then when it comes to select speed, then you hold R1, circle, square, and option button simultaneously. Press and hold, then it will activate Shin Akuma. So it applies only to evil Ryu. Man, they making this stuff so complicated, it's insane. It's insane. Some of this stuff, man, I was just using my imagination and I was able to unlock it. Okay, so let's go in with Shin Akuma. And I might say, oh my god, he's the deadliest fighter in this game. Even Shin and Bison is not that good. Okay, so going in for Shin Akuma. So I hope I won't get the cheat code wrong and make a fool out of myself.
Select your character.
Okay, there you go, evil Ryu.
Select your fighting style.
Let me brace. There you go. Look how special that whole thing is. Oh my god. This is some hidden stuff. Like I said in that video, don't be deterred. It's him. It is him. Look at that. Look at that shit. Oh my god. That was so cool. Now, that's how it goes. Then you get to fight Shin Akuma in his bloody cave. Now this is the coolest of all these cheat codes that I've been coming up with. Now even the internet doesn't know this one. They don't know it. All you want. I doesn't know it. It's only me with this cheat code. So you can use this cheat code and have fun, but he's the deadliest. And I made a video where I was fighting him. Look how quick that shit was. Where I was fighting him maximum difficulty. He kicked my ass. This guy's the toughest, but ultimately I did beat him. So now let's see if the same cheat code applies on the Japanese version. Okay, Now let's jump on to, let's go to Shin and Bison, because we need to demonstrate these things. Okay, that's the Japanese version.
Fighter 03. Select your character. Select your fighting style.
Oh, so there you go. Okay, it's definitely Shin. Yeah, it's definitely Shin. Shin Bison. You'll know that based on how he drops in and says that whole thing in Japanese, and how he has that aura or energy shield around him. So that's how you can identify him. So there you go. That's definitely Shin. So the only thing that changes is they don't call him Shin and Bison or Final and Bison. They just call him Vega. Now this guy that I showed is definitely Shin Akuma, but they just call him Guki or Goki. So those are the differences. The only thing that will change is the names. Only thing that will change is the names. But apart from that, the code works fine for Shin and Bison. Okay?
Street Fighter 03 Upper.
I'm actually curious in terms of how it will work for for Shin Akuma. Let's tackle Ryu first. I just want to see that shit. Okay. Yeah, with Ryu it also works. It also works. Yeah, it also works with Ryu. Okay. Now let's see what happens when it's Shin Akuma.
Street Fighter 03 Upper.
You know, tackling this stuff, it's almost like this is like an old ass game. I'm not even like conscious of how old this game is. The collection just came out a couple of weeks ago.
Select your character.
Okay, for this one, you know you have to pick Evil Ryu.
Select your fighting style.
Okay, it also works. It also works. The only thing that changes is his name. His name is now Guki or Goki.
Get ready.
Also, but even Ryu, they don't call him Evil Ryu. He's just a normal. They just call him Ryu, even though he's not a normal Ryu, cause he can do that. So you know he's Evil Ryu, but so the code actually applies for both versions. But this is the coolest shit ever. Okay, we've just demonstrated that the cheat code works for both versions of the game. So for my Japanese audience, it's all thumbs up for the Japanese version. Ah, bloody hell. Okay, what's next? I have to do a dramatic battle and and what do you call it? Dramatic battle and survival. Okay, let me go take a piss. Oh my god. Give me 30 seconds. Okay, I'm back. So hopefully I've been like going off the top when it comes to this stuff. I don't have any pen and paper, so I hope I remember all the codes and stuff. Okay, what's next? Let's do a dramatic. Let's see, it's dramatic and then it's survival. Okay, let's do a dramatic, okay? Now with this one, you actually have to be more patient because I don't think there's any spot specifically, unlike the spot that I'm going to show you where the code applies, where it can be keyed in and have it work. It has to be a specific point, like based on how I've tested it. So you have to go in.
Street Fighter Alpha 3, Upper.
Drink water and stuff. While we wait for that, let me go get a glass of water.
Street Fighter Alpha 3.
Now this way you have to apply it. This way you have to apply it.
Select your character.
Okay, I'll explain what I've keyed in.
Select your fighting style.
Now you have to wait for that one until you get to the demo mode of the game, and then you hold R2 circle and X, and then you press option. Okay, then you initiate the dramatic mode. Okay, it's basically all of your kicks, low kick, high kick, mid kick. You hold and then you press options. Okay, I hope you catch it. You don't press them all simultaneously, unlike the previous code. This one, the ones that you hold, is all kicks. R2, circle, and X. So you hold those and then you press options, and then the dramatic mode will be initiated. Like I said, these codes, every time you want to play these modes, you have to apply. It doesn't. It's not a one-time unlock cheat code. It doesn't work, which is nonsense, but it's true. So that's how it works. That's how it works. Okay. So you have to wait for demo mode. Once it gets into demo mode, then you apply. I think even survival, yeah, even survival mode, you have to wait for demo. Okay, so we go into survival mode. So we have to wait, you have to be patient, then wait for demo mode, and then you apply the cheat code. It's gonna be tedious, man. Every time you play, you want to activate these modes, you have to know the cheat codes. So that means that you're gonna have to come to this live tutorial or the smaller videos that I've made. They're not quite long. It's like, what, 60 seconds? So
Street Fighter Alpha 3.
So I think this one is all punches that you hold. There you go, survival mode. On the top right corner or top right side of the display. So what did I do when it came to demo? So you have to wait for demo. When it goes to demo, you hold low punch, high punch, and mid punch. You just hold those and then you press options. Okay, you don't hold everything simultaneously. No, it won't work. And then you'll go back to the comment section. Nah, man, this shit didn't work. You only hold square, the triangle, and R1. Those are the default punches. All default punches. 3 of them you hold, and then you press options. Okay. Then that will initiate survival mode. So that's how it goes. It's funny I'm able to recall all these button presses, because I actually did think that I might forget them. So my memory is quite good. I'm not even feeling well. I'm not feeling like 100%, but so the question would be, does it apply to the Japanese version of the game? We have to prove that stuff, because as we've seen with other cheat codes, the stuff they changed was the names. So I don't know if something else will change, but let's just test one, just one of it, and see if I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Okay, so we'll test dramatic and survival. Okay, because I'm doing my best to kind of like keep track of what I'm doing, and also I have to remember all the codes. Man, this stuff is not easy. I should have put that stuff down on paper. I'm going off the top. This is suicidal. Can't believe I'm doing this, man. The ball's on me. Okay, let's check out the Japanese version. Oh shit, man, I have balls, I'm telling you. I'm going in off the top. Unbelievable. And that's the Japanese version. But it should work. It should work.
Street Fighter 03.
Oh, even the announcer saying some different stuff.
Select your character. Select your fighting style.
Yeah, it works. It definitely works. You simply just hold all kicks and then press option. it definitely works. So it works for both versions.
Street Fighter 03.
Now let's look at survival mode. Because this stuff is written in Japanese, so I cannot read this stuff. So you have to excuse me on that one. So I'm not gonna do much of long plays. You know, it's just tutorials of how to do these unlocks. That's it. I'm not even feeling that well, you know. So this one you're gonna hold all punches. Hold all punches and then press options. Okay, that's the demo mode. Okay, there's survival, so it definitely works.
Select your fighting style.
It definitely works.
Namaste. Get ready.
Namaste.
Go for it, man.
So he said this stuff in Japanese. Okay, so I've definitely proven that all my codes, all my cheat codes work on both the English and the Japanese version of the game. So when you want to unlock final boss battle mode, where you fight Shin Akuma, Shin Bison or Final Bison, and also Final Ryu, you can do it using my cheat codes. It works on both versions. Even when you deal with the dramatic battles, they work. Or else survival mode also. So these cheat codes, when applied, they work. You saw me demonstrate. So I'm not one of these cats who are clickbaiting you that this cheat code works and it doesn't. You keep going through the video over and over thinking something wrong with you. No, I just demonstrated that all my cheat codes work. Okay, so I hope I'm not forgetting anything on Street Fighter Alpha Upper. Let me go through it, but I'm going off the top. So it's final battles, the 3 fighters, okay, done those, survival mode, dramatic mode. Yeah, I think that's it. So moving on to the last cheat code, I think is that's the SNK Pro. Okay, going to Capcom versus SNK Pro. Now this one's quite simple. With this one, once you get to the menu, what this one is, you don't have to wait for any demos. Once you get to the menu, you have to hold R1, square, and options button simultaneously. You have to hold. Even me, I'm kind of like a bit hesitant because I'm thinking, do I just hold a square and R1 and then key in options last? No, you hold. Then once you hold, it will activate, a boss battle. So with this activation, you'll be able to fight either Shin Akuma, Geese, or M Bison. Okay, and like I said in one of my videos, like with Shin Akuma, like there are 2 variations on how he comes on. or how he jumps onto the scene. You know, this other one, he kind of like walks in like through the jungle. It's one of his lairs and stuff. And the other one is where he goes to Shadaloo, kills M. Bison, and then fights you there. So you'll get those two variations with Shin Akuma. But it's simply 3 bosses that you're gonna get the fight. So you don't have to go through the entire, you know, ladder, you know, struggling fighting Rugal and stuff. So you don't have to do it. So you can just jump in and fight the bosses. And as far as selection of these bosses, that is actually random. You cannot pick a specific boss to fight. It can give you like either one. So let's key in the code, and I'll also look and see if it also works on the Japanese version, because I've never tested it. So here we go.
Capcom versus SNK Millennium Fight 2000 Pro.
That's the spot.
Which groove
That's the spot.
do you like?
That's the spot. Soon as it shows the whole black and white thing, and then the Capcom logo comes on, you hold R1.
Form up
You hold
your
R1
team.
square and options button. Okay.
Decide the order
Okay.
of
In this
bouts.
case, they gave us M. Bison, but I'm not quite sure whether like Shin Akuma would come in and kill him, and then you get to fight Shin Akuma that way. So I'm not quite sure when it comes to that one also.
Brace yourself.
So it can go either way. Okay, we are at Shadaloo. Okay, you are definitely tackling M. Bison himself after you kill Mike Tyson. Okay.
Round 1, fight.
So hopefully they'll give us Geese the next time.
Capcom versus SNK Millennium Fight 2000 Pro.
So this is the spot. Soon as it does this, you have to press and hold.
Do you like? Form up your team.
I think I'm sitting too close to my TV.
Decide the order.
Oh, here we go.
of
Then we
bouts.
get Geese. Now, there's another pro tip that I wanted to like give you guys when it comes to fighting Geese. Like the best fighter to fight Geese and beat him, cause like this guy's a bit of a nuisance, is definitely Sagat. When you struggle with Geese, pick Sagat and use like projectiles the entire time. You'll definitely kill him. The thing is, I'm not feeling fucking
This
well
will be a future
to actually
legend.
fight. Oh my god, can I do it? And my hand is aching. You just projectile him to death. So I hope I can beat him, so I can demonstrate this pro tip.
Round 1, fight.
So that's what happens. If you projectile him, kind of like switch between high and low and even mid, And then when he comes in closer, then you can use the tiger uppercut. So you do this to him the entire time, like he cannot cope. Come to Sagat. So you do this to him the entire time, he'll definitely fall. So Sagat is one of those fighters that, like, this guy's top tier definitely. So just pick Sagat and projectile him to death. Like, and then when he jumps, then you use the tiger uppercut. See, just have to switch like the speed, and then you'll catch him most of the time. But Geese is top. He'll still come in. You know, that jiu-jitsu of his is so deadly. I didn't even have to get like the second guy to beat him. So I would have gone like harder, but I'm not feeling well, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do just this tutorial and then cut it, because I'm not feeling well. Because you know, when I'm feeling well, then I'll go on for like 9 hours and stuff. So that's a pro tip on how to beat Geese. Just pick Sagat and use projectiles on him. Then when he jumps, then he gets a tiger uppercut.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments our show will begin.
Okay, so I hope next time they'll give us Shin Akuma. Now the thing is, when you hold over here, it works also.
Which
That spot, you can also
like?
initiate it. Last time I checked, it worked. It worked. There you go. It works.
Your team.
So I hope they can give us Shin Akuma, but I'm not gonna play, you know, like I said, I'm not feeling. Ah, man, they gave us Geese. Like I said, man, this stuff is random. Okay, so you can get either one, but the point that I'm making, even at that spot where it shows the score and stuff, you can use the code also, and it will work and initiate another battle. So just hoping that for demonstration purposes that they can give us Shin Akuma. You know, I should never go live when I'm not feeling well. Oh my god. Because I do stuff like hurriedly. I'm not like relaxing and shit. Okay. Because I'm speeding through this one. I'm speeding through it.
Which groove
Come on, give us Shin
like?
Akuma.
Form up your team. Decide.
Nah, man, we get so many Geese.
Heat up, guys.
We get. Oh, come on, man, for demonstration purposes. Come on. Stop giving me Geese. Okay, you know what? Let me pick Iori.
Which groove
Hopefully
do
they'll
you
give us.
like? Form up your team. Decide
Oh, man, they.
order of the bout.
Okay, I hope.
This will be a future
I hope
legend.
Shin Akuma's gonna kill this guy. I hope he jumps in and kills him. Oh, there we go. Oh man, Shin Akuma's a sick bastard. He jumps in and slays him. So this is the
One fight.
now this is version number 1 of how he comes in. I hope I can get version number 2 of how he jumps onto the scene. But this guy's a badass. Hashitoshi.
Final round fight.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, that's version number 1. So over here you can also key in
Which
the
groove
code.
do you like?
It will also initiate instant boss
Form up your team.
battle. Let me pick Akuma.
Decide the order
No, we got
of the
fucking
bouts.
geese. So I'm just hoping that they'll show us that second version. Oh, okay. So then I'm gonna move on and key in the code on the Japanese version after this.
Which groove do you like? Form up your team. Decide the
Yeah, they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. So we'll go straight to the Japanese version and see if the code actually works. Okay. Okay, there we go, the Japanese version. So I will say again, the code, you hold R1, square, and options button simultaneously. You press and hold. You press and hold.
Capcom versus SNK Millennium Fight 2000 Pro.
There's the spot. Press and hold.
Which groove do you like? Form up
So
your team.
I think it's working. Yeah, it's clearly working.
Decide the order
There you go, you
of
get
the
geese.
bouts.
So it
Brace
works.
yourself.
It works on both versions of the game. Makes me wonder what they call it. Is he geese also?
Round one. Fight.
Oh, the name changes. Yeah, he's also geese. He's also geese.
Capcom versus SNK Millennium Fight 2000 Pro.
Which groove do you like? Form up your
We
team.
pick Sagat. Hopefully we get a different fight. Okay, we get Vega. Okay, there we go. They changed the name.
Brace yourself.
So they changed the name from M-Bison to Vega. So that's what you get.
Round one. Fight.
Okay, let's go in. I want to actually see when it comes to Akuma, will it change to Guki? Okay.
Capcom versus SNK Millennium Fight 2000 Pro.
Oh man, my energy's gone.
Which groove do you like? Form up your team. Decide the order.
Yeah, man, it's geese. It's bloody geese. How many geese are we gonna get? Stop giving me geese, man. Give me Shin. Shin Akuma.
Which groove do you like? Form up your team. Decide the order.
Oh
of the
man.
bout.
Okay, somebody's at the door. Give me 30 seconds. I'll be back.
This will be a future legend. Round one, fight. Final round, fight.
Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, I'm back.
Which groove
So
do
hopefully
you
they
like?
can give us Shin Akuma, so that we can actually see how he enters the scene, because I've never tested
Form up
the
your
Japanese
team.
version.
Decide the
Come
order
on, man.
of the bout. Heat up, guys.
Oh, bloody hell. For all you know, maybe the Japanese version doesn't have Shin Akuma or Shin Guki. Maybe it doesn't have it. There's probably two bosses.
Which groove do you like?
Come on, man, don't disappoint us. Bloody hell.
Form up your team. Decide the order
Man, it's
of
always-
the bout.
I don't think it has
Brace
him.
yourself.
Oh my god. Oh. Oh man. I don't think the Japanese version has Shin Akuma. Man, how many times are we gonna get a Vega? I don't think it has him. I don't think it does.
Capcom versus SNK Millennium Fight 2000 Pro.
I don't think you can get him.
Which groove do you
I
like?
know Japanese cats are like, oh fuck. I don't think you can get him. It doesn't seem.
Form up up your team.
It doesn't seem to work for the Japanese version. I don't think it works, man.
Decide the order of the bout.
Then we got Vega 3 times. I don't think it works.
Heat up,
At least
guys.
have him jump on and kill this guy. Let's see. Oh man. I'm gonna test it for the last time. I don't know. Doesn't seem to work for the Japanese version. It seems like you only get 2 bosses. You can either get Geese or M. Bison, who they call Vega. I don't think you have Shin Akuma on this one. Cause that one, oh my god, you got him like from the jump. I don't think they have it. Yeah, I know Japanese cats are pissed. It's not me, man, it's the game.
Which groove do you like?
But hopefully, like somewhere, somehow, he has to be in there. There's no
Form
way.
up your team. Decide
Oh
the
man.
order.
Oh. Come on, man. Last time. One last time. We cannot seem to get him. There's no Shin Akuma. The Japanese version.
Which groove do you like?
I like the groove where we get the fight. Shin Akuma.
Form up
That's what I'm
your
looking
team.
for. I don't think the Japanese version. Oh my god, they don't have him.
Bout.
They do not have him. So the English version is the one to play. Clearly, like how many times did I go through this to actually prove if you can get him or not? I'll do just one more time. Just one more time. After this, that's it, man. Let me back off a little bit.
Capcom Fighting Collection 2.
Because I have to demonstrate this like beyond the shadow of a doubt that that's the case. I think it's 2 bosses on the Japanese version. That's what it looks like.
Capcom versus SNK Millennium.
Here we go now. Now this is the final test. Like
Which groove do you like?
I'm not gonna do any more.
Form up
I
your
know Japanese
team.
cats are pissed. Oh man, give them all
The
that.
order of the bout.
Oh shit. This was the last one. Like after this one I give up, man. So we've clearly demonstrated that the cheat code works for both the versions. So the names will change. So he's Gookie now.
Heat up, guys.
Okay, so so it actually works. Oh, that's the version that I wanted. Yeah, it definitely works.
Round 1, fight.
But for both of them it says Gookie, but you can see the projectile. I only have one projectile to show that this is just normal Gookie. But he has 2. So that's how you actually identify the Gookies. It's based on like the amount of projectiles that you'll see. But I'm not gonna fight him. I think my point has been made. So all of my cheat codes that I've demonstrated today they work on both Japanese and English version of the game, so they will work. So I hope there's nothing that I'm like
6, 5,
leaving behind, because there's so many of these cheat codes. Some of them they work on
2,
PlayStation 4, some of them they don't. They only work probably on PC or for Nintendo Switch. So these ones are the ones that work on PlayStation. So I presume that if you apply them on PlayStation 4 or 5, they'll definitely work. But what I'm using is PlayStation 4. So I don't think I'm forgetting anything, am I? Let me think. Yeah, I don't even think that people even have questions about this stuff. So yeah, I don't even think people have questions on this stuff. The stuff that I've said was clear, so I wanted to document this. All the cheat codes. All the cheat codes have been, keyed in, so they work. Like for people who never saw the previous live that I did, where I demonstrated how to pick Shin Akuma and Shin Bison, let me do a quick one just for you guys who were never here, so that you can see how I used to key in the codes. Where's the upper? English version. Okay, you simply have to highlight either M Bison or Akuma, and then hold options button and then press any select button, then you get to select Shin version of Bison or Akuma. Okay, so let me demonstrate that one more time. Let's go to training mode.
Select your character.
Okay, now that's M Bison. You hold options button and press any select button. Now this one is going to be normal M Bison.
Select your fighting style. Let's party. Go for broke.
But this one actually has this super. Don't bloody miss. There's that super of that Shin or final M Bison. And then we go to
Select your character.
this is how you select Shin Akuma. Same process, you just hold options button
Select your fighting style.
and press select button.
Select your fighting style. Let's party. Go for broke.
And then you get Shin Akuma. Okay, so then this tutorial is done, guys. I was not like coming on to do any long plays today because I'm not feeling quite well. And last time I came on, I went in for like 9 hours. We were having so much fun, but I'm not feeling well this time, so I just wanted to get this information across in terms of all these unlocks so far. So there's a high probability that I may discover more of these unlocks or hidden features, and I'll probably do another live and come back because the game is still young, man. It's like a month old, So people in the future will still Google this stuff. So I want this shit to come up when they type in all these, you know, these cheats, these hidden features, and then they get tutorials. So guys, don't forget, please like my stuff so that the algorithm can push. Okay, that's it guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you when you see me. Peace.